They say nice guys finish last, right? Well, the best back in the best shape of my life. Like the checks cash and now they paying the price, right? In showdowns I showcase my skills. Throw weight around, my weight in pounds tipping the scale. Shit, we taking this whole year. Catch up.
Urquhart here for the Radical Body Transformation. We are in Scarborough, Ontario at World's Gym. Now today we have a special couple with us actually. They're both police officers. Now, as a former police officer myself, I completely understand how stressful it can be and how it can affect your life physically, mentally, and all other factors in your life, such as relationships. So Tara, one of our cast members, she actually had a very serious horseback riding incident about 10 years ago. Now, actually took her off her job for about 1.5 years because due to seizures. She also lost her license, and it was around the same time her and her husband, Jeff, had just bought a farm. Now they were in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't have a license, she can't get to work or get around, and now he has to essentially drive everyone around and be able to, help out groceries and help on the farm. They have horses and different animals and stuff like that. So, you know what, without further ado, let's meet Tara and Jeff. Tara?
Nice to meet you.
Jeff? Nice to meet you. Policing. It's a stressful job as a couple. Now, what do you do to get yourself ready, basically for the week, or for, because you got to work crazy hours and you want to be able to stay in shape and eat, properly. What do you guys do?
With the training coaches that we have, they put together the diet program for us. They tell us the amount of foods that they want us to eat, what times and when. We utilize that information, we break it down, and we create all the meal preps for the week. Usually that consists of anywhere between 50 and 20 chicken breasts that we have to pre-cook, roasts, pork, all the various foods, as well as obviously carbohydrates and vegetable preparations and so forth. We pack it all in massive containers in the fridge, and basically every night before we go to work, we do the meal preps for the day.
Okay. All right. Now, so Tara, tell us about your experience, actually both of you, your accident and your struggles, and what made you decide that, yeah, I'm actually going to be a fitness competitor.
Well, I think for me, the accident resulted in me finding my personal low. And from my personal low, I was able to turn it around and become the most fit that I've ever been in my life. I was able to find my high as a result of it. So when I had my accident, I was high functioning, I was on the road, I was performing, with a lot of responsibility and managing that quite well. And then when I had my accident, I was struggling with my health, and it just started to deteriorate to the point where then I started having seizures. So it kind of became the beginning for me, and I struggled with it, and through all that I realized that my job was important to me, but it was what I did and it wasn't who I was. It didn't define me. It took some time to come through that, to come to that realization, and again the struggles that came with that, right? So, Jeff has been amazing. He's been my rock. He stood by me through it all, and I definitely struggled emotionally through all that, and having to rely so heavily on everybody else because I'm very independent. So I found I buried myself in work, volunteering, teaching, and taking on too much. So I kind of felt like I was being used, do you know what I mean? In a valuable way, because I felt like a kind of a broken toy at that point. So through it all, I had some depression, I had some other issues adversities that I had to deal with as a result of all that. And then I finally, because now I did go back to work after 1.5 years of being off. And then as a result of all that, I was now at a desk job. I didn't have to be fit. I didn't have to maintain a certain level of fitness to perform my job anymore. And I was literally sitting behind a desk. So I let myself go. And then I finally hit that breaking point. I was like, I was not happy with myself. I didn't look like the way I looked. And I always tried to stay in shape. And then I went to Jeff and said, I want to do this. I want to up my level of fitness to something it's never been before. I've been exposed to it a little bit through a couple people that I work with. I got some advice, and when I talked to Jeff, he just said, his only reaction to me was, you're going to do great. because he knew I was going to do it. And I make my mind up and I set it to something, I do it, right? So I literally flipped the switch. So that was December of 2013, and that whole week, it was the week of Christmas, I was in the gym every day, and I never looked back. That's awesome. And it's been great for us because he jumped on board. He supports me with, like, I started on my own. Jeff wasn't doing it at that time. Now Jeff trains with me. So we exercise together, we do food prep together. Like, he's been my biggest supporter, and then finally we turned him into a competitor too, much to his dismay, but yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Jeff actually, he's ex-tactical, ex-Marine Marine unit as a police officer. So he's essentially a warrior. This guy's an animal. So, I don't
know about that.
So to convince, so what did you do to convince him to get on stage and get up on stage and show the muscle? Because I mean, he's always been a fit guy. I mean, he's,
Yeah. It took a lot. It took a lot. Jeff is, I mean, he's the guy's guy or man's man, whatever you want to call that, but he likes to fly under the radar. So putting himself out there on the stage was not his thing, but I'm like, you did all this work. You look amazing. You look better than you've ever looked. You're fitter than you've ever been. Just go have fun with it. Yeah. So between myself and the trainer, we kind of broke him down, and he agreed to it. So yeah, it all worked. He has fun with it. I get nervous. He has fun. So it all worked out in the end. But yeah.
Initially, I think I just agreed just to keep them to shut up and leave them alone.
We hounded him a lot. But it's it's been an amazing experience for both of us.
That's awesome.
We have not competed at the same show. We will be. We've kind of tried to keep it separate so we can be there to support each other and not have to go through the deprivation and all those other things, because we didn't know how that would pan out for our marriage. But we're about to find out, aren't we? Yeah.
Exactly.
So for our audience as well, I was thinking about, as a couple, a married couple, and you guys work out together now, like any piece of advice you could share to our viewers about, how it could help, stabilize the relationship, make it stronger. I mean, what are your views on that? As, training together.
This is one of those things, and I'm probably going to turn it back over to Tara again, because she'll explain how our kids actually stepped up for us. We've always been supportive of our children, just as any parent should be, whether it's athletics, education, anything to help with their growth. They saw the amount of time and effort that Tara was putting into the gym, and then when I stepped in and started working out with her, we were trying to juggle our time with the family and with training and with work as much as we could. But our days were starting at 4 o'clock in the morning every single morning, and we try and train at work as much as we could. We'd get home, we'd make meals, and then we would be back at the gym, which is about 20 minutes away, work out again, get home. It'd be 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night before we'd actually shut down for bed, up at 4 a.m. again the next morning. Our kids, God bless them all, they stepped in, and they recognized the amount of time and effort that we were putting into it, and then the dedication, especially that Tara was putting forward. They actually said, we'll take care of things in the morning. They're all self-sufficient because of their ages at this stage, so they get themselves ready for school, and they get up and take care of the horses for us. They get the horses out, they do the feed, they prep them out in the pastures, and then they bring them in at the end of the night after doing the barn chores for us, so that we don't have to worry about it through the week. During the weekends, we'll step in, we'll take over for them, give them a little bit of a break, but they have been probably our greatest supporters throughout this whole thing, and that's one of the biggest reasons why we are doing it, is to make them proud.
So you guys also have a coach. So we're gonna do a shout out to their coach. So who's your coach? He's not here with us today.
He wasn't able to be here today. His name is Tiger Singh. And he's amazing. He stepped up when we had some issues with our previous trainer and whatnot, and he took us through our competition prep for our last 2 competitions that we did, and he's been amazing.
He's a very large man, isn't he? A powerlifter.
He is the strongest bencher in Canada, so he doesn't look like your typical
personal trainer, I guess.
Personal trainer, because he's a bench presser. So I mean, he walks around normally at 320 pounds. He's a very big man, and he's but he's all heart, and, he's been awesome for us, and we've got such amazing results with him. And although it came about in the way that it did, we're better off for it, and we're thankful for that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're going to hit the gym here in a little bit. So what are we going to train today? What are we going to focus on?
I think we're going to do legs.
Legs? Yeah. Nice. Okay. So to help you with the journey, Chris Johnson of Advanced Genetics has supplied you guys with some goodies. All right. So in there you should have your flashbang. It's in there. Yeah. So this is your pre-workout. 200 milligrams per capsule. Like I said, take it easy. Maybe start with 1, just in case if you're caffeine sensitive, which I know cops aren't. So you can eat these all day.
Ears of police.
Yeah,
we can handle our caffeine.
Eat these like Tic Tacs. Yeah. So we got that. You also get your shaker cup from Advanced Genetics. You have your GP. Yeah, that's it. You get your GP3 Evo as well as your creatine and beta alanine as your recovery and muscle building. And also from the actual pH 9 generator, which is one that alkalizes your water for you. So you store your water in there, switch it back and forth, up and down a bit. Actually good to even sit it like that for a bit, and switch back and back again, and then you're ready to rock. Good stuff. Okay. And in there too is also closed from tainted industries as well. So this one's yours. Chilling with all your goodies.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to go smash some legs.
James Hergott here, Radical Body Transformation with Sarah Jean.
Hi.
Sarah is going to be competing at the end of this month, is that
Yes,
correct?
the Fargo Show, North Dakota.
And of course, we will be there to cover her. She's going to kick some butt, I believe. You got to check out her abs, they're insane.
Yeah.
She's already coming in condition with just what, is it 3 or 4 weeks to go?
I think about 3 weeks. Yep.
3 weeks ago. And Sarah is an incredible story on many levels. First of all, she's a mom.
Yep, 3 years old.
I ran into people that are moms and they say that they're out of shape because they're moms. You kind of blow that theory out of the water.
Yep, they just got to believe in themselves and they can do it too. I mean, it's just another excuse that people use, unfortunately, but they can do it.
So, how did you get into competing? How did you...
It was January 2011. I actually was diagnosed with kidney disease. It's genetic, it runs in my family, and it was just one of the things that was on my bucket list, so I wanted to give it a try, and I won my show, and I just loved the inspiration that I gave people, and continue to do it. Just fell in love with it.
And I understand you also have back issues that you overcame.
Yep, July this year, or last year, 2014 actually, I pulled my L5S1, my bulging disc, and it's been very difficult. They told me I had to get surgery, and I'm only 26 years old, so it's unfortunate, but I'll pull through. I mean, it's just another obstacle. So
I love your attitude.
Thank you.
You know, you post such positive stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're a very inspiring person.
Thank you.
And you're a mother. You've got the kidney issue, back issue. Whatever happens, you don't let it stop you.
Yep. Nobody should. They can get through it. I mean, it's easy. I mean, I remember competing here at the Arnold like 3 years ago. After that, I had my appendix out. I actually had emergency appendix. So right here, they cut me, right here, and right here.
When did that happen?
It was 3 years ago here. Right after I was on stage, actually, I was having pain, and it was actually my kidneys.
I actually was in surgery. I had an ulcer 2 years ago on this very day.
Oh, wow.
March 8th, so they cut me open from here all the way down there. Yep, so, and I competed, I think it was 6 weeks later. I mean, I couldn't really train or whatever, but I have the same attitude that you have.
Right, that's all right. It's possible. They can do it. They got to just believe in themselves. I mean, and it takes patience for progress. I mean, it's so hard. It's even hard for me some days. Like, I'm like, I'm never going to be ready. But then, like, 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh my God, I look awesome. Like, I'm like, so.
And you do look incredible.
Oh, thank you.
And tell me about your daughter. She's beautiful as well.
She's actually my motivation. She's 3 years old. She's actually into the fitness. We actually do workouts and everything. And she actually, you know, makes me just want to go harder and at it. And even when I'm like down, she's like, Mom, smile. You're not a person to frown. I mean, just be happy. And I remember when I started competing, I was more focused on placing. But now I'm like, screw it. I just want to do it for me and have fun and do the best I can and give me the best, like, to my daughter, showing her that it doesn't matter what place you get, it matters how you feel and what you're doing for others, motivating people. So.
And how do you keep track when you're on the road like this? I mean, obviously, being here at the Arnold, representing BSN, you know, you're kind of living out of a suitcase, it's go all day long.
Well, thankfully, I had Icon Meals from you and hooked me up, so that was awesome, thank you.
And, yeah, and things like that help, you know, getting your nutrition right, and things like that. What would you recommend to somebody that might be a mother or somebody that's a woman that, you know, might have faced some of these similar obstacles that you face, that's looking to get into shape, looks at your abs, looks at your condition, like, wow, I'm really impressed. What are some tips or things that you can tell them about where their mind should?
Well, the number one thing is do not compare yourself to anyone. I mean, you don't take a pro and just say, I'm never going to be there, I'm never going to get there. I mean, I remember looking in the magazine a couple of years ago before I had my daughter saying, oh, that's airbrush, those are not real abs, so I'm never going to get those. But you know, I did it because I believed in myself. I didn't give up. You just don't quit, and you just keep positive. I mean, you just got to keep that motivation and have passion and stop no negative. I mean, everyone's got, you know, cellulite, veins, viscally. I mean, I even had someone walking by and they said, oh my God, look at her, she's got cellulite. I'm like, I'm human. I mean, we all are. We need to uplift people and not be so negative. It's just ridiculous. So just be positive and uplift each other. So
it's a great attitude.
Yes, it is.
We're really excited to follow you at the show.
Excited.
We're hoping you're going to kick some major butt.
Yes.
One thing I have to hook you up with is a Cyclone Pop.
Oh, thank you.
We would hook you up with supplements, but I think you already are.
Yep, DSN.
So, Radical Body Transformations, James Hergott, we're out.
This week's POW Product of the Week is GoDark, the world's most effective sleep aid. GoDark was designed to help you relax and increase your total sleep time and sleep quality. Better, deeper sleep allows the body to produce more hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1. Better sleep has also been linked to lower body fat levels, faster recovery time, and improved quality of life. Field tested, science proven. Hoorah! Hoorah!
James Hergott here, Radical Body Transformation. I am with Sarah. Now we're here for your competition.
Yes.
So this day, I understand you looked really good. I've seen some of the pictures of the abs and stuff like that. How do you feel going into this competition?
I feel really good. I mean, I'm excited to be here with my teammates and everything. I know I kind of have a bigger, they usually do fitness and they don't have it, but so I had to drop to bikini, and I'm kind of bigger for bikini, but I mean, it's not going to stop my positivity. I mean, I wasn't in first calls, but I mean, what can I do, you know? I'm just going to be here for my teammates.
Your abs are insane, you look great, you know, that's the most important thing is your transformation. And you've had to overcome so many things going into this.
Right.
You know, and shout out to Icon Foods and Todd for
helping you out.
Thank
you so much. Yes, we had a house fire, and it was, I'm so thankful for Icon.
You say that like it's such a easy thing.
I just had to be positive about it. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. You know, I could have been a negative, but there's no point.
Tell me what happened.
So we found out it actually started from batteries in the junk drawer. And it lit the house on fire. If I would have been a half hour later, it would have been burnt to the ground. And so we're actually living back home right now in a hotel room. But I mean, I had to keep positive. There's nothing I could have done about it.
And how long ago was this?
I was 2 weeks out from the show, so about 3 weeks now, so 3-4 weeks. It was hard, but I'm thankful for Icon. I mean, without the meals, it was hard. I was having a little negativity, but as soon as I got those meals, I was good. I was golden. I can do without a kitchen as long as I've got my meals good.
And I hear that your daughter likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she loves them. I ordered extra of them too to take her home, so I'm excited.
Very cool. Well, you're a very positive person, always enthusiastic. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
And on this show, we recognize certain people that are just outstanding in different ways. And you're one of those people.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
So you're one of the ones that we're hooking up with a bracelet.
Aw, thank you.
So you're official bracelet winner.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
So even if you don't walk away with anything today in terms of hard work from the show, you have this.
Right. And I got my teammates, and I'm so excited for them. So I'm blessed. That's all I gotta say. And my abs they look good. So
yeah, we're gonna show them. We'll do some close-ups. Well,
wait. There you go.
Look at that. And I should mention that she is a mother. So.
Yes. No excuses.
I appreciate the process.
Right. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thanks.
All right, we're here with the fashion sensible Brandon,
right.
who had an amazingly successful evening tonight.
Yes.
Sarah came all the way from Michigan out to compete. She had a house fire 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Single mom, has different issues she's had to face. She has this house fire, and
thanks to Icon Foods for hooking her up. You and I both know Todd, a great guy, hooked her up with food and her daughter up with food and stuff.
Yep.
Living out of a hotel room, still goes on to compete.
Yep.
You know, unfortunately doesn't place, but you know, the fact that she's here and, you know, faced all that competing, I think is a, you know, huge credit to her determination. Talk about Sarah and what you thought of her.
Sarah's come up a lot these last few days, actually. You know, our team, they'll tell you that we're family and everything else. And one thing about competing is a lot of people don't have the support that we do. You know what I mean? And she's been involved with other teams and everything, and she hasn't been supported. And she doesn't deserve that. I mean, she's a great person. She's a hard worker. She's always positive. She's always encouraging, regardless. And you know, even with her and her placement, she was too muscular. And she's a genetic freak, to be honest.
Yeah, her abs are insane.
Everything. And we tried to soften her, everything. And you know, it's as simple as this. She either needs to take an off season to lose a lot of her muscle, because she puts it on real easy. And either that or bypass figure completely, take what she has, build upon it, and get shredded, because she can get real lean, and go after the physique category. I mean, she's had more hardships than anybody I've ever worked with, whether it's sicknesses for herself, her daughter, you know, relationships, work, house fire, anything. You name it, she's been through a lot, but I've never heard her complain, and I've never seen her stop smiling, and I've never seen her stop being positive.
Well, congratulations and thank you again. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
James Hergott here with Radical Body Transformations with Tara. And Tara's gonna get ready and do, you're in women's figure masters, is that correct?
Masters and open.
And open, okay. Well, you don't look like you're masters. Do you mind divulging your age, or at least what age you're over in order to qualify for masters?
Well, masters is 30 and over for the women, and I am 43 years old.
That's incredible. Well, you could actually do grandmasters, couldn't you?
No, I have to be 45 to do grandmasters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're masters, and I mean, you look incredible for your age.
Thank you.
And you're a cop, and you're also a mom, is that correct?
I'm mother of 3.
Wow. So, you know, we get people that they complain and say, you know, I can't get in shape because I have kids or I have a kid. Here you are taking on all these responsibilities and being a wife as well, of course. So, you know, what is it that you do that enables you to stay in this type of condition and get into, you know, basically contest shape, despite having all these other distractions and obligations in your life?
I didn't know what I was doing in the gym. I always thought I was like that skinny fit girl kind of thing, but as far as lifting weights, I didn't have a clue. So it was reaching out and getting the right help. So for me, it was just being the right time in my life that I could dedicate the time without feeling selfish, that I was taking away from the family, and having a husband that supports me 110%, so that he does it with me. So we actually spend more time together now as a couple than we did before. So it's been all around, it's been amazing, and the benefits have been incredible, because this started from a very dark place. You know, I had to recognize that it was not a matter of can you dig yourself out of this dark place, it's a matter of will you. And once I flipped that switch and I had talked to Jeff, I said, I really want to do this, I want to set this goal. I need to make some changes because I'm not happy with me, and it was affecting the family too. It was a really difficult time. You know, we all deal with adversities and tragedies in our lives, and I think it's how we handle that defines who we are. And I didn't handle it well at first, but I came around in the end because I had, again, that support network.
Well, congratulations. You know, I know we have to let you go because you got to go get all ready for stage. Looks like you're excited to go out there.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've turned all that anxiety and nerves into excitement, and I can't wait to get out there.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations to you to overcome all these things. And, you know, a big shout out to your husband for being a support system to you.
Yeah, he's the bomb. Yeah, he's awesome.
You know, that's great that he's, you know, trains with you and even, you know, entered this arena, you know, as part of your experience. And, you know, that's an amazing story. So before I let you go, gotta hit you up with some swag.
2, I've got a bunch of stuff from Popeyes. Hope it works for you. I had no idea about color, but you know what? I kid you not, I picked purple. No, it's dark blue. I thought I picked purple.
That's perfect, thank you.
So that's a Cyclone Cup, and we've got shirts from Tainted in there. I got some more stuff. I got other supplements for you. And on top of that, we've got cinnamon roll from Be Up Bars.
You know, so. I haven't gone on yet, and you're giving this to me now.
Well, you know, there is a thin wrapper on there to keep you away from it, but you can have it afterwards if you want.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So we appreciate everything, and we look forward to seeing you on the big stage.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. With Jeff, who just came off stage. And thank you for making me look fat and pasty and pale. But looking good. Now, you competed in what category?
I was in the Masters Medium.
Okay. And now, I heard that you figure you might place like 4th, 5th. You're a little bit unsure about that. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, going out on stage, when I walked out, I started getting a bit of a cramp in one of my legs, and I could feel it when I was taking on my position, that the leg started to vibrate, and trying to actually plant it and get it to free up, it just started throwing me out of my game a little bit. I'm finding very quickly that there is a big mental game to it. The amount of time and effort that my wife and I have put into our posing practices and going and seeing posing trainers and so forth, it all becomes muscle memory. But you throw something like that into the loop, and it's like, wow, this didn't happen before. What's this all about? And and then it's trying to get past that pain and trying to continue and maintain the actual positions that you're supposed to be holding. And it was a bit of a tough go, but from what I've been told by some of the people that were watching, physique-wise, I think I held my own up there. But I'll certainly hope for the best.
I'm assuming that the goal is to place at least top 5 so that you can qualify for nationals.
Yes.
But you had this cramping issue, but that wasn't even the hardest thing that you had to overcome.
No.
Tell me about the situation that happened getting ready for this.
Well, as in our first interview back in 2014, Murray had brought up some things with my job. I'm with the police department, and I have a history of being on the emergency response unit, the SWAT team, as well as the Marine unit, search and rescue, canine, and also public order. In end of January, we were doing our public order requalifications, and a lot of it is obstacle course, and we have gas masks on during that training and things. Our special response emergency response unit medical personnel, they do a pre and post vitals on you. When I finished my test, I took the gas mask off, and they immediately grabbed me and said, "You have cyanosis," which is the bluing of the skin, which was an indicator that I was suffocating. So they did some tests on me there. I ended up spending the next couple of months getting a series of tests done for oxygen depletion in the blood and heart tests. And as it turns out, there are issues with my heart. And I'm being put on limitations as to what kind of training I can do now. The silver lining to all of this was when I was talking to the doctor about what was happening, I had asked him, is my training causing this issue, or should I stop the training? His response was, that training is what's keeping your heart strong and healthy, and you can't stop. That's what's going to keep you alive. Your heart will become brittle if you don't. So the fact that I've actually been training the way I have been all my life, but predominantly for the last year and a half at this higher level, it's actually made my heart stronger in what's already a bad situation. Apparently it's a genetic issue, and it's just something I'm going to have to deal with, but at least I can continue training the way I want to.
What kind of things did you have to make in terms of modifications to work around your heart issues to keep yourself healthy?
Well, I moved myself into, basically one of the things that they said is your stress levels are you on call? Are you on call 24/7? And my answer was yeah, for about the last 16 years was part of my life, and it was living off of a BlackBerry and 24/7 call out. And moving into a different position where it's more of a management job within our court system allowed me to just do a straight 9-to-5 job, and gives Tara and I both the opportunity to get to work, do our training, start our day at work, finish our day, back to the gym, on our way home every day.
Awesome. So you faced some adversity and you just figured out a way to overcome it, and your wife's the exact same way. So obviously you guys are a good match. I mean, you know, not only in terms of you building, you know, family together, but in terms of your philosophies in life and overcoming obstacles.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations, and we will check in with you at the finals and see, you know, see what happens. Awesome. In the meantime, I got to hit you up with some swag. So you are getting some Popeye stuff, and on top of that, you specifically said you wanted black, so I got you the back in black.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cyclone Cup.
Awesome.
And you also mentioned that you like peanut butter. So
peanut butter lover. Yep. Thank you.
It might be hard to stay away from that till after finals tomorrow, but
yeah, it's going to be really tough actually because I'm tired.
So we thought we'd hook you up anyway, and we really appreciate you being part of this journey. I'm here with Tara and Jeff, and they both competed, and Tara just walked away with a second place. And what, figure masters?
Figure masters short, yes.
Okay, how do you feel about your win?
Flashbacks of all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it, and it's just like, okay, you made it. This is the finish line, and you did it, girl. Like, you did it. So those are kind of things that I'm thinking of. But I mean, I know I didn't do that alone. I had a great support team, like I said to you before. I have my husband, who's like the best training partner and meal prep coach and coach in general. You know, 4:30 the alarm goes off, he's like, come on, get up, and off we go every day, right? So we have a crazy lifestyle, but you know, between the two of us we facilitate it and make it work. But I have a whole team of people that work with me, even including our kids, right, which makes it all go pretty smooth.
And you told me when you came off stage, you said that you had lost yourself and now you found yourself. Tell me what you meant by that.
I did. I mean, from the place that I came from, I lost me. You know, I was a mother, I was a wife, I was a police officer, I was all these things, but I wasn't anything to me. And I got lost in the shuffle, and like I said, that was part of my struggle. And when I had my health issues, it just took me to a very uncomfortable place that I didn't want to stay in. But I thank God that I had the sense to recognize that, you know what, you are better than this. You know, because you get into a rut and bad habits, self-medicate, and it just becomes a downward hill. And I'm just so glad that I had so much support and had my family and everything else that encouraged me when I said, okay, this is what I want to do. I just needed something to focus on to get out of the hole. And this is what I chose. And like I said, it's not about, I mentioned it earlier when we talked, it's not about the vanity of the sport. It's not about the competition itself. It's just about celebrating what you achieve. And doing that, Jeff and I have so many friends that we've inspired. And that's the real gift in it all.
I was just going to mention, you can have people that might watch this that will be inspired. That's a amazing opportunity to be able to reach out and touch people that way.
Focus on the process. That's the only thing we keep coming. Focus on what's important now. Focus on the process, right? And you manage to work your way through it.
Well, congratulations on the trophy, and completing this journey. I'm sure there's a lot more ahead for you in the future, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy yourself tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, thank
Something
you.
with cheesecake and a steak.
And thank you, Jeff, for being such a great supporter.
Thank you so much.